office for the day. Go to work now. Thank you. The day. Take care. Hey, how you doing? Publisher journey video of the day for How Expert. Today I worked on a new book. In terms of content, I got half the content done. It has about 20 chapters, very thorough. It's a book about cooking. It will be called How Expert Guide to Cooking in the Near Future. I'm working on this because technically, if you want to learn how to cook or get recipes or whatnot, you don't really need images. So I like to do books that don't require images because it's a lot faster and easier to create. If you need images, I usually went with Shutterstock or Deposit Photos. But I also learned, if you want to use AI for design, another platform to consider is a platform called Midjourney. Okay. Yesterday I went to an event, personal development event by Brendon Burchard called Growth Day, and they did it in LA. They do all states, I heard. But I met someone there. You meet like-minded people and I learned about Midjourney. I actually heard about Midjourney way before this, but if you hear certain things over and over again, you're like, okay, I'll consider it now. So Midjourney is an AI platform to create any type of design you want. So if you want to design about cooking, Korean food or whatever, and it's now available on Deposit Photos or Shutterstock because it's kind of a unique niche topic per se, you could say, hey, give me an image of someone making kimchi, and it will spit out an image just like that. So now with AI, not just text using ChatGPT and whatnot, what other platforms you use, you can also use AI for images. And people are actually using these images from Midjourney and also using, in conjunction with that, ChatGPT for text and another audio narrator AI platform to create slideshow type of videos using AI. So the possibilities are really endless. But regardless of that, I personally like to go with books that don't require images because it's a lot faster to create, and that's why I'm doing a How Expert Guide to Cooking book. I got about 20 chapters, and I got half the book done, and yeah, so it's gonna be very thorough. It's gonna teach you how to learn how to cook all types of food. I made sure it included all continents, has some core examples, and yeah, stay tuned. I feel like I want to go into all core categories before December starts, because December is the biggest month for e-commerce and publishers and authors and whatnot. So I want to make sure all the core categories are covered. So cooking is a core category, I would say, food and wine, right? So I want to do that. And on top of that, I got so many unique topics. I don't want to mention names, but so many unique topics behind the scenes. Stay tuned, okay? I'm about to publish those books as well. I'll mention one topic. One topic is foot bag. Foot bag? Hacky sack is another term, but I'm going to go with the word foot bag because foot bag is more of the general main term. And yeah, How Expert got the foot bag coming up in the future, but you kind of need images for that, so I'm taking some time right now. Although the design, basic ebook cover design is finished. Yeah, one book at a time. I'm pacing about, thanks to AI, my pace is about 2 books a week. But now I discovered a new image platform, AI platform I'm considering using, Midjourney. So that will solve my challenge of, finding images. Sometimes these book topics require images to learn, right? And then they're not really available on Deposit Photos or Shutterstock sometimes. So one great place to create your own AI-based image is Midjourney. And it's about $10 to $30 a month. They have different options, I noticed. But the cool thing about Midjourney is that whatever type of image you want, you can create. Okay, as opposed to on Deposit Photos and Shutterstock, you gotta search, and that type of image is not the particular image you're looking for, right? Sometimes. So Midjourney, you can get the exact type of image you want. If you're doing a book about Taekwondo, martial arts, right? I wanna do a back kick, a side kick, a roundhouse kick. Sometimes they're not available, but you can tell AI to do it exactly the way you want it, and it'll generate an image really quickly. So that's the cool thing about Midjourney. Okay, I've heard about it actually last year, many years ago, actually a couple years ago and whatnot. And I talked to another author publisher at an event last year for book publishing. It was called 20 Books to 50K, and he was telling me, yeah, he used Midjourney to create his book cover. So I was like, oh, interesting. But I met another person yesterday, and this person mentioned about Midjourney. I was like, oh, sometimes you have to hear it over and over again until it finally makes you realize, you know what, I'll consider that platform now. I'll consider that tool. So Midjourney, I'm considering doing it. So after that, man, I just want to run, man. I just want to run with my books moving forward, you know. And I went to an event yesterday, Brendon Burchard. It's called Growth Day. It was really cool because it was a one-day event. Some events are like 3 days, and you got to drive back and forth, and it gets kind of stressful, right? And you kind of spend the whole week just for the event. You don't have time. You kind of want to work after you go to an event. But the good thing about Growth Day event by Brendon Burchard, there was Ed Milet, there was other speakers I wasn't aware of. I heard of John Gordon, he showed up. But really cool speakers that I wouldn't listen myself, but I was introduced to. And they kind of gave me, an alternative way of thinking in terms of life and business moving forward. So I had a good time, actually. I had a great time yesterday. The energy was great. Sometimes, you go to these events and you get pumped up and go back home and it's the same, right? But I felt like it was a really powerful event emotionally, charged up, and I highly recommend that event. Brendon Burchard, I heard of him actually about 10 plus years ago. And I believe 10 years ago or whatnot, his events used to cost up to $5,000, I remember. So I was just like, wow, that's too much at the time. But now he has, I guess, a different strategy. It's more affordable. It was like $129 for the general admission, and they have a higher admission, like $500. But I just chose $129, and it was well worth it. I went there from start to finish. I recorded a lot of videos, not the whole thing, just some main clips to give a overview of it, and I really did enjoy it. And I took a lot of notes, and I just came back from that event. It was at Glendale in Alex Theater. I've never been there, and that was cool. That's the cool thing about going to these events. You get to go to all these interesting places, So last month, I went to Lewis Howes' event. It was at the Shrine Auditorium. I've never been there, so I went there. So if you're into personal development, like some people like to go to concerts per se. I don't really go to concerts. I want to be honest with you. My life is my business and my business is my life. So my concerts are these seminars and events. And it's an opportunity for me to check out these places in LA, that I don't really go to, that most people go to, for concerts or whatever. Theaters or shows. I don't go to these. I don't, man. I'm too busy trying to build my business. So, but I really liked the event yesterday. They had a whole bunch of speakers, like about 5 to 6 speakers. Everyone was fantastic in their own way. I got the message, and my, big takeaways is just like, I gotta regroup and reanalyze, but just do my best as possible. And there's a positive voice and a negative voice. I gotta focus on my goals and listen to my encouraging, positive voice, you know, moving forward. We all know that, but sometimes you go to these events, it makes you believe a little bit more, right? To move forward, take that extra step. And also, a big epiphany for me was I usually listen to personal development experts who are all about go, 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 take action, you know? But there was another speaker, Sonia Choquette or something like that. She had an alternative way of, you know, teaching, like listen to your spirit, not just your logic, your head. Because sometimes I'm in my head all the time. But listen to your spirit. What is your spirit telling you? And my spirit was telling me, you know, I need to loosen up a little bit. You know, I'm in my head too much. So that was a good lesson. I'm moving forward with. Use both, not just my head, but also my heart moving forward.